Did you tip your Uber driver?
I have not.
I tip both my Uber drivers.
Tip your Uber drivers, ladies and gentlemen.
I hate spending money.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I did it.
Yeah.
I tipped my Uber drivers and I gave money to the human pyramid, man. I've been
Oh.
super nice
Does he know the human pyramid story?
Nah, let me stop. White Stone to see a classic movie to be, but too young were we for Bruce Willis stories. Still your best, some nice stories. Podcasts and stuff. Yeah.
Can we curse?
Yeah.
Podcast and shit.
Oh shit. Oh shit. This is like, who am I with right now?
John J.
John J. Who is John J?
Who is John J? I would like to say John J is what's that word? The consummation? Consummation.
Big word.
The consummation
That's a Googleable
of
word.
All ideas, all things, and all people. You know what I'm saying? I believe that I'm a reflection of every walking, living human being that I ever came across in this lifetime. I can see some of myself in every person. So I'm everybody.
Damn. That should be an album title.
What?
Or at least a song. I'm everybody.
I'm everybody?
Yeah.
That would be dope.
I mean, yo, so John J.
Who's gonna want to hear that? A hip hop track or maybe just a song?
The people, dude. You do what you need to do. Hip hop artists these days are everything now, right?
This is true.
We ain't just rappers no more.
This is true.
Like, so everybody's saying I'm in Atlanta. I'm in fucking Atlanta. I don't know if you can see us because we look like shadow people on these cameras right now, but I'm in Atlanta right now.
If they can't see the view is good.
No, they see the view. They ain't gonna see us because we look like shadows in the contrast and shit. But I mean,
at least enjoy the view.
There you go. But I mean, yeah, nah, Atlanta redefined. Like, look, man, it ain't just about bars. Like my hometown. It ain't just about, rapping. Sometimes you need to add some melody to it. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
sometimes it need to be a song.
But that's what it seems like a lot of the game is going right now. Everybody's incorporating melodies into what they do.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just like the natural order of things, maybe at some point people are going to get tired of that, and then maybe it'll revert back to being more important about lyrics and what you got to say.
That's why I'm really surprised like Kendrick's as big as he is, because he's the only one I think barring it up. But if you look at the way he approaches his flow, though, he's doing some shit, melodical things too, you know what I mean? So even he is like, I ain't dropping my bars. I'm still carrying weight like I'm in the gym, but I mean... I might need to do some stuff.
Well, you know what I'm saying? I just think that goes into your artistry, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you gotta be able to make melodies and stuff, because music is melody, you know what I'm saying? And rhythms and things like that. And it makes for more catchier songs, and people, you know what I'm saying, remember your stuff, and if it's catchy and you got rhythms and melodies and stuff like that, as far as how I feel.
Yeah. So are you, for your newer stuff, because I heard your first album, back in San Antonio, but are you adding the melodies? Am I gonna hear some auto-tune on
You know what, honestly, man, when I'm not gonna do, I don't know, I'm not gonna say what I am not gonna do, but
yeah,
I listened to my first project that I did, and I do a little bit of that anyway, as far as using melodies, as far as how I try to stretch my voice sometimes with the beat and stuff like that, but I don't know, we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah. All right. I mean, you right here, you close.
Yeah.
The Waves auto-tune or Antares auto-tune, whatever one.
No.
No.
I'm not gonna be auto-tuner.
So yo, this is kind of cool. This is kind of like going back in time, because we used to work together at this glorious company.
Are you gonna talk about them during this interview? You gonna bring them up? Don't mention their name.
Not? We can or we cannot. We don't have to, just for promo. But
I
mean, we used to work at this illustrious company.
Financial services company.
Yeah. It was horrible. But I mean, that's how I met him. So like, I was telling him about some musical stuff.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, I'm coming to Atlanta. I never put it in my head. I just didn't get it. Even from the Instagram post that you do occasionally, I was like, oh, he's in Atlanta too.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's a trip. Like, so that was cool. I get to run into you again, man.
I just jumped up and left, man. You know what I'm saying? And it was like I made up my mind one day, and then like 2 days later, I was gone. I called my brother and was like, "Hey, man, I'm coming back to Georgia."
That's what's up. I think that's what's gonna be for me. I don't get to call a brother because where I want to go, like I got friends who, are in their own thing. So I mean, so I'm gonna have to start it on my own. I'm gonna have to, start like Drake from the bottom, but maybe not from the grassy bottom, a different type of bottom. But I mean, like
a lower bottom.
Yeah, yeah.
Very much lower bottom.
Yeah. But whatever. It will be what it will be.
Right.
But yo, man, like, why you do the music, man?
That's a great question. And I have a very detailed answer for that. So in 2000 and probably 2007, I was watching music videos, man, and literally I was like, damn, I'm really not satisfied with the state of hip hop right now. And so then I posed the question to myself. So if you're not happy with the music, do you feel that you could do better?
Yeah.
And then I answered the question and said, I don't know, maybe I should try. I've always been a fan of hip hop and music in general. Music is something that's always been a part of my life, probably since I was 7 or 8 years old. One of my earliest memories is regards to music. So yeah, I just said I want to try and do it myself and see what I can do it and how well I can do it, and that's how I started.
And that was 2007?
That was 2007.
So like, I don't remember when I meet you, but like what, 17 right now. So let's say like 2-3 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
So like, what were you doing that time? Because album 1 comes out in the last 2 years. So what were you doing, I guess, preceding that? Like musically, were you just working on the craft? Like what were you doing?
I guess you could say just working on the craft, man. Really just trying to find my way with the music and trying to get in touch with it and discover, you know what I'm saying, what goes into the creative process with music. Yeah, for the most part, just learning my way, man, honestly. If that makes sense.
No, it does. But what would you just write rhymes? Would you like freestyle in the room?
Nah, I would just write. I mean, I would freestyle in my head, you know what I'm saying, here and there at work and things like that, just to see how well I could do it. But for the most part, just sitting down and writing rhymes to myself, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah.
And we talked about it a little in the car, but so you made the leap to album 1. It sounds real good. I'll ask this next, but like, I know you're working and recording on stuff now. You as you were recording yesterday. I assume there's an album 2.
Yeah, there's gonna be a project number 2. It's pretty much gonna be untitled. Yeah. But yeah, all the tracks.
Like that's the final title, untitled, or is untitled right now?
No, it's going to be untitled. I'm not gonna have a title for it. It's more so the title for the album. It's gonna be a symbol. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's gonna be the Roman.
You're gonna
numeral.
do it like Prince.
It's gonna be the Roman numeral 2.
Okay.
And if somebody asks me what's the title of my project, I'm just gonna say it doesn't have a title. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Why does it have to have a title?
Okay. Why that way? Why does it not have to have a title?
I mean, honestly, man, just more so about me and who I am. I'm somebody, I don't really like to be do things the stereotypical way. You know what I'm saying? And that's with everything in life. You know what I'm saying? And life, it seems like it's like we always have these limitations and definitions on what's supposed to be and what's not supposed to be. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Who says that that's how it has to be? If you can create and you can do whatever you want to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So. Okay. What does a title matter?
All right.
But I'm excited about it, man. You know what I'm saying? Just as far as listening to the growth, as far as my lyrics and my ability to make songs, and the songs are a lot better. You know what I'm saying? The lyrics are a lot better. The flows are a lot better. Yeah. The beats are a lot better. It's a better project. You got
family on there too now, right?
What you mean?
Well, I mean, you say your nephew is making a beat in the car. That might not be on the album.
That project is gonna be on something else. My nephew, he doesn't have any of the beats. That's gonna be on this project.
Okay. Yeah. Next time. Family got to earn their way to the album.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. But no, he's dope though. He's dope.
That's what's he sound good there. He sound good in the car.
He's come a long way, man. I always encourage him, you know what I'm saying, to keep working on his beats, and I just try to put things into his ear, you know what I'm saying, talk to him about, when you're doing your beats, man, listen to some of the best beat makers, listen to Dr. Dre's, listen to your Kanye West's, You know what I mean? Listen to their production. Listen to everything, every detail of every instrument that they incorporate into that beat, and try to do that yourself. You know what I'm saying? I believe that if you want to be as good as you can be at something, then you got to study the best people who do that in that same craft, and try to incorporate that into yourself, and then also add your own flavor to it.
Yeah. Okay. But this is what I was teasing you in the car with. Though.
Okay.
What when we gonna get those live shows?
That's actually a goal of mine this year. A small goal of mine this year was to get at least 6 live shows done this year.
Oh, 6, man.
6.
Not one. You sound like LeBron right now. You're like, not one, not 10.
You know what I'm saying? Honestly, and just being honest, like that's really a small number, because that's very much so doable. But just for somebody in my predicament, someone who's never done it, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to set that number just to say, all right, we're going to get this many done, and then we'll go from there.
What is your idea for the live? Are you going to play with backing tracks? Are you going to get a DJ? What's up?
I haven't thought about it. But I think that it would be good to have a DJ. You know, I think so too. You know, it would be good to have a DJ. Traditionally, that's how MCs did it, right? It was always the
tradition.
DJ.
Now people love a backing track, but I'm like, you know what I mean? Like it's just kind of whack because it's just there on the. At the very least, if you do have to use a backing track, yo, just get a beat. That shit where people play their track and rap over themselves on their track, that shit's whack. Yo.
People do that.
People do that shit. That's a hip hop thing too, especially at the young level when they just when they kind of hungry because they just started. They don't know what the fuck they doing. A lot of people do that shit. That shit's annoying, man. Yeah, it's nasty, man. That shit's really nasty.
What is the purpose of doing it that way? Isn't like when you do a live performance, people are supposed to be able to see you perform live?
I ain't saying Mike Will did this, but on the stage, some of the people Mike brought out was doing that. Is all I'm saying. So
they were lip syncing. They were
not even because they got their mic, but the lyrics is on the beat instead of just having the beat. You know, like, and that's kind of. I mean, they're doing a little weird culture class battle, but I'm like, it's not as bad because they're only getting a percentage of the song anyway. But man, like it's whack. It's like it just takes away, especially like it's at least they're famous, so you're still getting something from that. Right. Damn, when you see like a young person there, like, because it's usually coming from newer people. Some OGs do it, and that's just dumb. But when you see somebody, you never heard them, this is your first time hearing them, and now they're rapping to a backing track, the first thing you think is like unprofessional, or just like they don't know what they do. Like, you know, like, what are you doing? Like, it's just like weird. Like, it's hard to take it seriously. Right. Because it's not real, you know?
Right. I agree, man. You know what I'm saying? And I've had an opportunity to witness some really, I feel in my opinion, really exceptional live performers, Tommy Wong being one of them. So
shout out to Tommy Wong.
Shout out to Tommy Wong. You know what I'm saying? If you watch this guy do his thing live in person, like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, no, don't get up there and rap over your track. Don't do that.
Yeah. Tommy Wong, he I tell him, I always like to tell him, like, dude, man, I got people in this country who like you, dude. Because I think he just in that, like I said, he had the 10-year struggle, and, you know, it didn't work out, you know, like, it didn't work out for him. But I mean, I think sometimes, he forgets, like, he's good.
I think he knows it. I think he knows it.
To a degree he does, but I think he forgets, like, other people appreciate that shit too. You know what I mean? Only time backing tracks should be used, because we use backing tracks, but like it was for like ad-lib choruses, like to make it more bigger. Like that was the only time. So like there was this, like, Beam Me Up Scotty. So there was this part where it was like I guess a breakdown part. So it was a call and response thing. So like we would actually both do it, because later on I got on the mic. But have it for a section, or have it to make something bigger or stupid. Don't have it for 100% of the song and the verse and everything. Don't do that. That's just silly, dude. That's just silly.
Do a lot of things, but don't do that.
Yeah. Can you speak about the movie song or no?
What you mean?
The song you said you were recording.
Oh, all right. So the track I recorded yesterday, a friend of mine who I met him at the job too as well. You know what I'm saying? At our old job at the
I
financial
cannot
services
believe
company.
that you out here in Atlanta just doing shit like for like with us still. That's amazing.
And anyway, so yeah, he helped me shoot the video. You know what I'm saying? The payback video, which it was.
I saw that. I saw it
took
on
me a
YouTube.
long time to get that video done, man. It took me a long time to get my first project done.
Yeah.
And
but you know, you be finding our way in this first time. Like now you got experience, it'll be quicker.
It tests your resolve, man. You know what I'm saying? When you start out with an idea, doing anything in life, something that especially something you never done before, and then especially at a later age, a later stage in life, you know what I'm saying? It's not as easy to have the courage to want to try and do something new. You know what I mean? A lot of people probably would have quit and never would have done it, but that's just never been me and who I am. So I knew I had to get it done, and it was just it was a long process as far as getting the video done, but the video got done and I was happy with it. And so Chris helped me. Chris Bell, shout out to Chris Bell and Bell Films in San Antonio.
Shout out to Bell Films.
Make sure you check out his projects, man. Really dope. Holla at him. He can help you get some of that taken care of. But yeah, so he helped me shoot the video, and he's doing a documentary about his high school football team, Bradwell Institute. They're in I think near Savannah, Georgia, which is south. So they
that's crazy. It comes all the way back here.
It comes full circle. They went like 9-2, like I think his senior year or something like that. And the documentary is basically just talking about, it's not really about football, it's more so about life and success and things like that, because that team, they were really successful, and a lot of people in the community got behind the team and supported them and things like that. So they're kind of trying to bring that vibe back to that area and things
power
like
of
that.
sports and how it impacts like the
Absolutely.
society. Yeah.
My high school football coach used to say football is life and life is football. I agree with that. So I did I guess you could say a song for the documentary. Yeah. It's called the BI theme. You know what I'm saying? So
what is that? What is the BI theme?
The BI theme is the BI theme. Bradwell Institute theme.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
It's the BI theme.
I'm from different coasts, man. Come on.
It's all right. It's all right. I'll break it down. Wait a minute, you're from New York though. You saw I was supposed to be up on the lingo.
But this is a high school in Atlanta. I don't know what that is.
You're right.
This is my first time here. I just got here, and I didn't go to a high school. You saw where I went.
Right. But yeah, so I got in the studio yesterday, man, and just recorded the track and knocked it out. I'm satisfied with it. Not completely satisfied, but I don't think I'll ever be completely satisfied.
Always hungry. I get it, man.
I had a producer one time tell me in San Antonio, a guy who helped me mix my first project. What is his name escapes me.
I feel like you were messing with David's company for a minute, but I don't know if he finished. There was some guy. It wasn't like. I felt like one of the things you messed with in the beginning was like Fire something Studios.
Firewave.
Yeah. That was Dave. I went to school with that guy.
Yeah. He helped me mix the. He mixed the project. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, man, like. Again, I'm not really ever completely satisfied with anything, but I was really happy with what he did, man. You know what I'm saying? But a quote I guess you could say a quote, that something that he said, and it's always gonna stick with me. He said, "John Jay, projects are never finished; they're just abandoned." He said, no matter what type of work you do, as time goes on, anything you do after you're done, you're gonna go back and listen to it and be like, man, I wish I would have did this or did it that way. So he said, it's never finished; it's just abandoned.
He's right. I don't like the word abandoned, but he's right. But like, there's a lot of people. It don't matter rap, producing, and other things, films, whatever. Like me, like I'm definitely raw and raw. What's another word? Guerrilla warfare. You know, so I'm very like guerrilla about my stuff. So my shit is never polished. I think you can tell that in my sound, and I think I try to sell that. Like I do that on purpose. I sell that maybe because but in reality, it's probably because I just kind of, for better or worse, maybe kind of stop learning in an effort to maybe keep doing stuff. Because I think I will learn as I do more stuff.
Absolutely.
But it might be incremental learning. So it might be maybe every 10 I take a jump instead of every 1.
Right.
But I think it's important to move forward because a lot of people keep trying to make the perfect track. And it's like, dude, like it's been a year.
I definitely struggle with that. But yeah, I was going to add to what you said, man. That's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll never have to worry about getting stuck and trying to make something absolutely perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you're gonna do it, get it done, you're gonna knock it out, move on to the next one. You know what I'm saying? So
because I mean, like some of the feedback, I told you I did that song for my friend, my passed away friend, and he one of the feedback I got from my friends, also from New York, he was like, yeah, you got that beginner flow on your verses, you know? But it's like, what I'm gonna do, make this song perfect forever? Like, I don't got 10 years of rap like Tommy Wong, you know?
Right.
And then by the time I get the flow, whatever, like, who knows how long it takes, years, you know? Well, that emotion is gone, like, that I had for the guy. Like, I'll still always miss him and shit, but I mean, like, the initial impact, you know? So it's like, look, it is what it is, and, like, if I keep doing more, which I probably will do more, but it'll probably be meaning. I don't know if I'll, because I don't know, we'll see. But I mean, like,
it was a track that was done off of inspiration. When you have that inspiration in that moment,
exactly.
you just got to do it and get it done.
Exactly. So I mean, like,
that's when the best stuff is done.
Yeah. Like I know if I had someone, who knew how to mix probably better than me, then it might even sound like top tier. But it's like, you know, like, it's for me. It's for the few people who get to hear it. And like, if that time ever comes where, like, you know, it needs to be single released, I'm sure they'll know, we can hand it over to whoever and we could pay that guy.
Right.
You know, like,
what's the title of the track?
I'm probably gonna call it Memories of You. That's why I wanted to call it Memories of and then You. Like, but as I hear it now and everybody's like, yo, but that chorus is fire though. I don't say the words Memories of You at all. So I'm like, I think it's like, I'm thinking of changing it to the chorus, but we'll see. But we'll see.
You definitely gotta you gotta play that for me. But
we'll play it when we go on, because I have the countdown to make an airplane. Like, and I'm quite afraid because Atlanta's a big city. San Antonio is a joke to get in that security, but I feel like Atlanta, y'all got a train up in that airport. I was like, yo, that's like Dallas. Yo, y'all got a train. They have a guy standing outside of the train telling you where to go, depending on like because he know people getting lost in that airport.
You gotta be ready. You know what I mean? If you're not there on time, you can and will get left.
Yeah. So we ain't trying. Especially I got hurricanes in my state right now. So
yeah, I hope everybody's all right down there as well. Everybody in San Antonio and Houston.
Yeah. I feel like SA is fine. They just might be, what is it? Uncomfortable. You know, like, but it looks like Houston, they might be on some life shit right now. So we'll see.
You know what I'm saying? San Antonio can flood very easily too, man.
It
when
can.
That rain comes.
It can, but we not at port, so we ain't getting the burden. We just get the outskirts. So right. I think we might, if it's gonna. They said Houston's gonna suffer till Tuesday, which means we might get rain. So who knows? Maybe by Tuesday, maybe we start to suck too. So
right.
But we'll see. Hopefully everything's fine now. Damn, I'm trying. Let me see. I'm trying to see where I could go with this because I want to jump to the life questions yet.
I'm ready for those. I like life questions.
Yo, tell me now, man. Tell me about, like, what's it like living in Atlanta, dude? Or I mean, maybe not in Atlanta, but you know, this whole area, because you say you're like an hour away. But what's it like living out here?
I mean, it's cool, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I don't really.
It's cool, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't sound like
it's cool, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's plenty of things for you to do, just like anywhere else. Just depends on what it is you want to get out and do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But you know, it's all right, man.
Do you think? Because I was mentioning it too. Like, do you think you can integrate the strip club to make me help your music? Because I don't even know how that works. I just know it's a thing here. You know?
I mean, as far as if you could do, yeah, absolutely.
No, but I mean, you like for your stuff, or maybe the stuff you rap about might not even work in.
No, I mean, I honestly on my last project, I mean, as far as having club songs that you could play in the strip club, nah, not necessarily.
I feel like yeah.
I maybe got one track on there though that it can go in that, you know what I'm saying, and you can play it in the strip club, but I don't know if it's, you know what I mean, it's not that trap feel, you know what I'm saying, something that you're gonna see somebody shaking their ass to, just to be out front.
Does this project too have the trap feel? Do you even want to mess with that? Because I purposely be avoiding it. Outside of having maybe a hi-hat, I probably avoid it for the most part.
Yeah, I would like to try to do it. You know what I'm saying? I want to, the type of artist that I am, I want to be able to do whatever. They got to be done on the track. You know what I'm saying? The more you can do, the better it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And my first project, that's one thing I tried to, I consciously did. I wanted, if I never did another project in life, and that was the only one that I ever did, I wanted it to be a representation of all the different sides of me and who I am and all the different types of songs that I could do. So I tried to do all of those type of songs, aggressive songs, you know what I'm saying? Songs about hope, you know what I'm saying? Songs about despair, you know what I'm saying? Songs with positive messages, songs with not so positive messages, but just tried to cover the whole spectrum on that first project. But to answer the question, yes, I don't know. That's a good question. As far as my project and being used in the strip club, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I only say that because that I always hear that's the gateway to elevate the career. You know, we were talking about the AIDS gap and 2 Chainz making it, but he had that music that would work there too, though.
Right.
So
I think that's not like it's a marketing strategy.
Yeah.
You know, you got to know. My brother would say you got to know your what they use the word in politics. You got to know your
demographic.
Yeah, or your it'll come to me in a minute. You just got to know the people that you catering to. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I'm waiting on the life questions.
You want the life? You want? We can jump right into it. All right. Because I feel like my mind is also like nervous, like about just like this plane. So I'm like, that's probably why. Otherwise, because I feel like normally I can. What we at? I don't have a clock because the clock
2:45.
I think we good. But all right, I'll go to the life questions.
Let me check and make sure. Go ahead, I'm ready.
What is your goal in life?
My goal in life is to find a worthy purpose.
How do you go about finding a worthy purpose, though?
I think you go about finding a worthy purpose by getting to a point in life where you feel like you're satisfied with what your life represents and who you are as a person, and continuing to grow. And I believe that's how you head towards finding a worthy purpose in life.
That sounds like almost reaching a state of fulfillment, almost, right?
It does.
But what do you think it takes maybe to get there?
What does it take to get there?
Yeah.
Trial and error.
Trial and error. I got you. It's a lot of.
I don't think it's like a set destination. I think it's more so like a journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just gonna be like, I'm happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody's happy all the time. I think you have moments of happiness just like any other emotion, any other thing in life. But I don't think it's like a set destination. But I do think you can reach a point in life where, for the most part, you can learn to be content with your life and what it represents.
I remember a long time ago, I don't know if you would call her my girlfriend, but it was something like that. She once told me happiness is a state of mind. That shit didn't make no sense to me to maybe a year after we ran to that. But I sort of get it, but even then, it's still hard to wrap my head around that. But it's very weird. Like I almost don't even want to tell the story because I just told it on the last podcast. But it's like, I think I used to hate San Antonio a lot, you know?
Yeah.
And for obvious reasons, because music was such a thing in that city, maybe doesn't have the industry and infrastructure for that. But like, I've kind of removed myself from the scene because I just noticed, like, I was sort of alluding to, like, a lot of that was kind of poison for me.
Right.
But once I removed that poison, I'm like, I kind of, even though I'm talking about moving right now, I'm like, oh, I like San Antonio, you know? Like, I kind of like it all now.
Yeah.
Because I just removed the poison, and I'm like, well, this city ain't that bad. It doesn't maybe have what I need for certain career things.
Right.
But I'm like, once I removed the poison, and it was like, and like, just right now I haven't been working like normal jobs. So like, I do a lot of like meditations, and like, I do like.
Oh, you on the meditation too?
Yeah, man, I do 2 meditations a day. The next round of questions, one of them is I do a self-talk meditation. So the next round of questions is just a flip of those things I'm due to me. I just ask them as questions.
Got it.
So that'll be the next one coming. But I mean, yeah, so I started doing all these things and like just changing my mind frame and perspective. And I'm like, all right, even though like I have considerably less money right now, like I'm like so much more happier right now. Just because I spend times doing what I'm doing. Like I talk to a lot of people now because of this. And like, yeah, like, it's just, even as I'm talking this, it's still hard for me to even verbalize. But yeah, like, just happiness is kind of like a state of mind. like just to sum it all like back to that.
And money is
get
just
yourself in that place. Yeah, son.
He just walked in.
Flcon Fcker just walked in. because one podcast wasn't enough for him.
And I believe.
I got one shirt. I was like there and I was looking at stuff. I was like, why am I buying clothing?
Do you want to join in? Yeah. He's in the middle of life questions, so you just might get to comment, but we'll see.
I want to ask about. I got some cool ones.
I believe money is a medium. It's just a medium.
Go on that while I plug this in.
Because you can have a lot of money and, of course, not be happy. We've heard that before, right?
Yeah,
but, you know what I'm saying? I do believe that. You know, just because you have a lot of money, it's not going to make you happy. I used to think that, man, that money was the key to happiness. I think money can help as far as making you happier, but I don't think it equates happiness.
I don't think so either. I think this is another thing I'm slowly starting to understand, but it looks like a lot of people, I think, when they say like money doesn't give you happiness, I think they like it's still important though. Yeah. But it's more like a key to that, like you were just saying, like to quote Khaled, it's a major key. You know what I mean? like
major key.
Yeah.
Oh, he would say major key.
Yeah.
Make sure he's like, hey, don't open that one. Take the
man. I told him that. Yeah. Not the lady. The lady hooked us up with a lot of Desani's. Shout out to that girl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She.
Which one? Where's she? The
cleaning lady.
Oh, word. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you good? You should. Don't even know.
Yeah,
we'll get it.
Level. Okay.
Yeah. So Flcon Fcker, Krasin, John Jay's interview.
Right.
No problem. It's how we roll. But yeah, he just answered the goal in life. All right.
Yeah,
next one.
Go ahead.
Did you want to? No. Did you want to? You want?
Oh, so I was talking to the Uber driver. We're just talking about Atlanta music because he was oh, you're from Houston. I hear Houston's a baby Atlanta. I was like, Houston's like the largest shit ever. You know what I mean? Like the city's huge.
But did they mean in music or?
Well, that's what I was like. I was like, well, I was like, it's huge. It's the biggest, I think, city landmass wise because there's this sprawl and shit, depending what you consider.
Yeah.
The population is like fourth largest, but demographics aside, I think like I was like, Atlanta's got the craziest music. What I wanted to ask like an Atlantean was you know, I've heard that there's like neighborhoods, you know what I mean, or and not really like crews, and how like Future or like so-and-so come out of a specific side of Atlanta, and then there's another side of Atlanta that someone else will come out of, and they all got like 8 dudes, and they're not all necessarily like connected, you know what I mean? It's just like the geography of Atlanta produces these like different styles, something like that. And I was like, that is interesting, because something's going on in Atlanta, because there's like, I mean, the list is like endless with the people that are coming out of here. But I thought it was interesting how like regionally, there's like different styles, you know, and that you get like Amigos or a Future or OG Maco, and they're different. There's like a similar, I guess, Southern, you know, theme or style that they're all drawing from, but they're all unique. And like that might be because of geography. And I was wondering if you had anything, like if you knew anything about that, because like there's something going on in Atlanta. Like there's some kind of like plutonium, or like, you know what I mean? The X-Force fell from like an asteroid. And like it's affecting a lot of people here because there's so many talent. Because like Houston's got like that UGK connection, but and you got Bun B, and I'm not gonna be like, oh, he's old news, because he's like badass. It's just like no one's ever gotten to the point where they could even be considered. You know, there's not a lot of people, and like, but then you got Atlanta, it's just got like they're popping them out, you know. I just wondered what that, if you had any insight to that, or like, what do you think about that?
Nah, and I don't know if I would. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't qualify as being an Atlantean. You know what I'm saying? I didn't grow up in Atlanta. I'm not from Atlanta, so. But
he's like, I've been here a week.
They just all these people just different flavors in the pot, man. You know what I'm saying? It's one pot when you making a meal. You know what I'm saying? So Atlanta is the hub for the hip hop. So you got everybody here doing their own thing, but everybody's adding a different flavor to it.
It's like I had gumbo last night, right? I had gumbo last night, right?
Yeah, you had all kinds of shit last night.
What I think about all these things, all these people coming out here?
Yeah, because I've read that it's like a regional neighborhood thing. Like it influences the sound and like how people are doing.
Every time you say that, I think of like I can't remember the block, but the Dungeon Family block, because you know the Dungeon Family came out of here too, like in the '90s and stuff. Outkast and all them.
Yeah.
So I mean, and I do remember talking about like they have their documentary on Netflix, and they were talking about their neighborhoods and the same thing you were alluding to. But they
I've always heard.
But that's a different scene. Like that was a different years and different times. So
different
I'm like,
era.
I don't even know how much of that is even relevant to now. It could still be.
But okay, so for example, my buddy Jawad, he'll show me something and be like, yeah, this is that Memphis shit from, you know what I mean? And like and then you take another Memphis whatever and it sounds similar. But they're talking about it's a Memphis thing, you know what I mean? They're not talking about it's a West Memphis thing or it's a Southwest Memphis thing.
Yeah.
But in Atlanta, it's broken down like that.
I think when they sell it out
to
to the mainstream, though, ain't no one, because I think Migos is not even like ATL. I think they like an hour out, right?
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure they're from another thing.
But OG Mako, right? That's that guy I showed you yesterday was like, you know, bitch, you guess that track that everybody was about a while back. Versus Future, it's like not even the same, but they're both from Atlanta, I think. And then there's Designer, who, you know, when he came out, he sounded like Future. I thought it was a Future track, but like he's a totally different. But I think he's from a similar area or something. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, man.
I'm not sure.
It's interesting because
We're gonna
like,
have to Google
as
this
like a scientist, I want to like figure out the mathematical shit.
You're trying to do what is it? It's not is it anthropology or is it?
Yeah, like anthropology. It's like, there's an interesting thing happening in Atlanta that makes it like are there maybe personalities that are just it's just big enough and small enough to like affect the right kind of like communities that can get shit done, or like, you know what I mean? Because I think UGK has like this huge shadow and screw over Houston that you have to like bring it or you're just not gonna be. If you can't at least make that kind of noise, like there's, you know, no one's gonna be talking about you. And maybe that's hurt like the whole like local hip hop scene in Houston a little bit. And it's not like Bun B wants that to happen. It's just like his shit is so tight, or it went here, you know, international shit, that like you gotta at least get there before anybody gives a fuck about you. You know what I mean? And in Atlanta, it seems like there's just like the internet, Gucci Mane, and then everybody's fucking like doing their.
They have the spotlight for sure, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, my bad. I was thinking about that on the Uber ride back from Atlanta
I get it,
Station.
Man.
How did you tip your Uber driver?
I have not. I
tip both my Uber drivers.
Tip your Uber drivers, ladies and gentlemen.
I hate spending money.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I did it.
Yeah.
I tipped my Uber drivers and I gave money to the Human Pyramid, man. I've been super nice does
he know the Human Pyramid story?
He doesn't know the Human Pyramid.
The podcasters know the Human Pyramid story.
I mean, they know it because they'll hear yours right before his. But I mean, like,
Human Pyramid story.
I was at Magic. This is the quickie one version of it. But I was at Magic City. You know, Red Bull was kind enough. I don't know if I should even say that, but I say it. I was like, people were kind enough to provide us with sufficient funds
dollars,
that may be rained upon sufficient.
This is where the per diem went.
Yes. So, you know, I saved my stacks initially, but then, you know, I saw something resembling of the Egyptian nature made out of human beings, and I was like, all right. And I loaded up the left, and then I was like,
you just
trying to figure out what this is.
It's hard to describe. I can't describe it, but I just like there was two humans doing things, like both women. You know, both probably didn't have clothes.
There's two women doing a pyramid?
Yeah. There was not women dancing up there, like, unless you saw some. I
don't even remember, like.
There were two Circus Soleil people up there. When I walked in there, I was like, yo.
Nonsense was going on.
Spider-Man shit going on.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I just stood there looking in awe because I was like, is this what we seeing like all night? Because this is beyond, this is next level shit. Like, I can't go to a strip club again because I'm going to expect Michael Jordan athleticism.
hence the name Magic City.
Yeah.
Magical things going on.
I was telling Abe, I was like, dude, this is how crazy it was. I don't even remember if the girl was naked or not. Because I just remember, like, the twistiness of it.
Her arms was beast, yo. Like,
and she had a 16-pack. So, I mean, her midsection was, like, showing. But, like, I don't remember. Like, I wasn't like, yeah, titties and ass. I was like, is that a human thing happening right now?
She had her feet on the ceiling. Like, this is like.
But with the quickness that she was just like.
She could be like Spider-Man stunt double. I was like, what is going on here?
It was like when you see those scary movies and like you you're trying to shoot the alien or whatever. They're just jumping on the roof and like grabbing shit.
Yeah.
It was kind of on that level.
That shit was crazy.
Shout out to the chick who put on the show. Shows that she takes her craft very seriously.
I'm
it's
like,
not all about
because they
SMT.
go in like shifts. They go
some work
3
that goes
girls.
into
They
it.
go 3 girls, right, on shifts. And when I see that, I'm like, what do the other 2 girls feel like who are just because I'm like, yo, they must be like that fucking bitch.
They're like, God damn it,
like she's always like
nobody wants to go on the stage after her.
you know, it's like maybe not this year, but maybe the year before. You know, like Russell Westbrook's your point guard, and you're like, God damn it.
Yeah.
It's
like Stacey,
you know, like,
Stacey, we done talked about it. You're like we need the tips too. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just... But while she's up there in the rafters, like they're just getting thrown money, so they're like, cool.
Yeah. I think they share it for the shift. That's how they came to a conclusion where we don't get angry.
Oh,
at
then
each
you
other.
want to be on Stacey's shift.
Yeah,
You
but
just
I
wanna be
mean,
like,
at the
I
same
just gotta
time,
do
there's
this.
still some of that jealousy where the men are
Like, you thought you were
some of
working
the
on
men
your
are
craft.
like, they can't even see you. It's John Cena area here.
Yeah.
And then it's up there. It's like Spider-Man is up there and shit.
Wow. Yeah, but
That's
long
just
story
crazy.
short, I kept my stacks. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So like the next
he
day,
was stacking pay literally. He
I have like a stack of ones in my pocket. It's just like huge. And like I was making a joke with one of the other exes, and one of the one of the people we know, they noticed, and then they told the guy, he's like, man, I was trying to hook you all up, this and that. And I made the joke, I was like, well, I will pay my landlady, like, I'll throw her the ones. If you want me to throw money at a woman, I'll just be like, here. Or she comes to my door and shit.
I mean, I just did it because he gave it to me for that. And,
Yeah, I mean,
and
it was
I've
supposed to
never
be
done
fun.
that because I would never do that with my own money. That's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? That's fucking nuts. So
I
was
can't
like,
do that with money, period. He handed me, I was like, wow, that's
it was
very
really
nice of
hard.
you.
That's why I won in my pocket first.
But you saw the pyramid. I didn't see the pyramid.
Giving is a good thing. Sharing is caring.
I know, but it's just like that. Like even
not
though
on
it
that
paid
level
me to
yet.
tip my Uber drive because I hate spending money. I was like, look, man, like I get it, but I mean, like, man, and I guess you're doing the same thing, right, at the club. But I mean, like, I don't know, but I just doing that shit. It never occurred to me, like, you know what I need to do with this money, like just ever in general in life. Like, I would love to just throw it up in the air and just have it fall down again.
You know, you don't have to do that.
Yeah,
You can just take the money and
I
just
don't
give
think you
it to
can
her if
go
you
in
want.
those strip clubs and say you don't have to do that because there's a lot of that going.
Also,
That
I don't know if I
shit.
told you this story that I was pretty gone. Like I was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
everybody by that time it's a weird kind of gone when you go to a Red Bull event because they have the free Red Bull and vodka cocktails that they make.
I only
So-
found out about that at the end of the night when I texted you. That's why. Because I told you. I was like, I swear this shit usually gets me free
So
stuff.
they gave you a drink that wasn't full of ice. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's full of ice, but it was free. Though. That's what I was trying
Yeah,
to
well,
say.
because there's a whole place that you didn't.
But I
know.
didn't find that out till like, even when I found out backstage, I still didn't know where the free drinks were.
I'm like veteran like. This way, everybody follow me.
Well,
Free
because
drinks.
that whole area, you know what, that area is also like it's the chill zone. So the war is going on here, and everybody's like, yes, but we have monies, you know. So like they're over here, and I'm like, so I never gravitate to that. So that's why I didn't find that out. But
Yeah, so
like,
I
I
got-
only found out because I was following you. and
So
then
yeah. So that's
like,
so what I was saying is like they give you like the Red Bull and the vodka drinks, and they're good, but like it's a weird place you end up with where you have Red Bull and vodka fighting. You know what I mean? In your head, it's
Yeah.
almost like your brain is up, but your body's not working. I don't know. It's like a weird thing. It's like
No, I got you.
What the fuck? So we're at Magic City, and I was like just walking around, and I'm like. One of the security guys was talking to me because I was on my phone, and he's like, "Hey man, you can't take video." And I'm like, "I'm like on Facebook, like just
Yeah.
joking around about the hurricane. I'm not even." And so we're talking. I was like, "What?" I was like, "Is there like a VIP section here?" He's like, "Yeah, it's over there." And it wasn't even like a separate. It was just like it's that couch on the other side of the room. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "What do they do to get in there?" He's like. And I was mishearing him, and I guess in my drunken, like he just literally like pretended I wasn't there after a while because he just like stopped answering my question. He's like, I heard you have to buy 500 bottles. And I was like, 500 I was like, what if 500 bottles cost? And he's like, and he just stopped responding. I was like, he's like, okay.
He was like, if you have to ask, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
probably
like,
don't
I
even
thought
get-
he was just like, because I was asking stupid questions. I was like, 500 bottles. He's like, man.
You probably don't even get 500 bottles. You just have to buy them.
Yeah, I think he meant 500 a bottle.
Damn. Oh,
Maybe.
okay. That might
But that
make
even
more
sounds
sense.
like a discount. Like,
Yeah.
at a Magic City, it'd be like 1,000 a bottle, or I
That's
don't even
crazy.
know what.
Probably got to buy a bottle or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But yo,
and so,
I'm gonna hit him with the next one because one of us, has a plane to catch.
Oh right, yeah. My bad.
Nah, you good. What who you have compassion for?
Who do I have compassion for?
Yeah, that was the ill transition, yo. Like VIP to get into this.
Get it?
Yeah.
Compassion,
Man, I try to have compassion for everybody, honestly, man. You know what I'm saying? I try to.
Yeah.
I don't always do the best job of it, you know what I'm saying? I think that I keep my walls up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I think like anybody, you've been through certain things in life as far as people, you know what I'm saying? You've hurt people, been hurt by people, you know what I'm saying? You got to kind of gauge and feel people out. But as far as on a you have a line that you draw, you know what I'm saying, where you're willing to take things and go so far. So I try to have a healthy amount of compassion for everybody.
Okay. What fuck's the second question? Like, I have the notes there, but it's like my phone right now. 3 things you're thankful for in life, like career, life, whatever.
3 things I'm thankful for in life. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for second chances.
That's a good one.
And I am thankful for, man, that's a hard one, man. 3 things I'm thankful for in life.
In my head, I'm like, Mike Will would say, ATL, ho. ATL.
Hey, just on some. I called you. Would it cut that off? Would it cut off the feed? I called
I
you.
think
when I got here.
it'll just call and probably not.
But like you don't have to restart it or nothing.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Okay.
But you can keep. If you are you still thinking about it?
I am. Does everybody else take that long to answer this question?
Oh man.
Does everybody get asked this question?
I mean,
Did you get asked this question?
Yeah, and I was just like, I went on a roundabout because it was like 4 a.m, and I was just like, compassion, and it starts with the C, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In other words that start with C are cake, and I was rambling, but yeah, I mean these are like meditation.
It's just questions. Yeah, it's not like it's ain't definitive and shit. Like, yo, man, like your family gonna hear.
But I want to answer the question. Like,
it's a cool exercise to even go through, just the whole mental
yeah.
process of it. I can see why it's a meditation thing.
Second chances, family. It'll come to me before we end the interview. The third one.
It's rare. I had one guy who, I think he was it was the next question he was trying to duck, but I came back and then he gave me some real shit. So we'll see. I'll ask it again after this one. Who is someone you would want to forgive, and the reverse of that, because my mind ain't working right. Who is someone you would want to forgive, and then someone you would want them to forgive you, and if so, why?
We have to give a specific person.
I mean, it's your question, so some people be given different. This all answer it how you feel it needs to be answered.
Someone who I would want to forgive, and someone who I would want to forgive me.
Yeah, and why, if you can elaborate.
I would say someone who I want to forgive, I would say is, damn, I want to say my natural instinct is I want to say myself.
Why?
It's life, man. I don't know if everybody looks at life how I do. Well, I'm sure everyone doesn't look at life how I do, but
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Shortcomings and fuck-ups in life aren't always easy to accept as we go through life and as we grow. You know what I'm saying? And the older we get, maybe we have these expectations and standards for ourselves just about life in general, as far as who we want to be, who we are. You know what I'm saying? What we want to do, what we're actually doing. And sometimes we might fall short, So being able to forgive yourself, man, and just understand, like I said earlier in the car, man, like we're only human. You know what I'm saying? So just being tough on myself sometimes, forgive myself.
No, I'm going through that too with some shit I done. What about the other one?
Someone who I would want to forgive me. I would honestly say not one particular person, but just anybody, man, who might harbor any type of ill will or hatred, like pure hatred, genuine hatred in their heart for me for something that I may have done. I would hope that they could forgive me and be willing
it's
to.
not like it was intentional, right? Because you don't even know.
I may have done something intentional at the time.
Young John Jay might have been beefing in them streets, you know.
But you know, I feel like I'm a fairly level-headed individual, and I'm willing to sit down and talk things through just with people, misunderstandings and things like that. So. I don't really harbor any type of strong ill will and hatred towards any human being in this life.
It's hard to do it as you progress. You know what I mean? Like, it's too much shit to focus on, and
you know,
not on some like fuck everybody type shit, but just like, I mean, that shit would poison you, eat you up.
You just can't care about everything, man. You can't lend your energy to everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like I got to a point in life where I had to realize that it's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't want to say you stop caring about things, but you just don't lend all your energy to everything. You don't attach yourself fully to everything. You know what I'm saying? You focus on the things that you can control. You know what I'm saying? If you can help someone and you want to help, then help. You know what I'm saying? If you can and you don't want to help, then you don't have to.
That's exactly what when I was talking about removing myself from the poison.
Right.
That's what it was. Because now that I'm not thinking about that scene anymore, I'm not expending any of my energy, and that's why I'm probably a lot happier.
Sometimes we just gotta let go.
Yeah, man, let it go, Frozen style. Shout out to Kristen Bell, come on the show. But I mean, thankful. You got one yet or no?
It hasn't came yet.
All right, where you see yourself 3 years in the future?
3 years in the future, I see myself being happier in life. I see myself continuing to explore my creativity as far as the different things that I'm put my hands in. You know what I mean? I might try a little bit of acting out, something like that. Definitely gonna have some
you
more.
Gotta take advantage of this place, man. Yeah, for sure.
It's definitely a city of opportunity.
Yeah.
I met some very talented people yesterday, and I'm looking forward to that.
I saw the background. I was like, I thought you were just recording. Yo, that don't look like you just recording.
that was me and my younger cousin. She was the one who set me up with the engineer, the producer, who helped me out with the track yesterday.
That's what's up.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing some more creative things. But just continuing to grow, man, and expand as a person. You know what I mean? In 3 years, that's pretty much where I see myself. I don't really like to deal with saying, well, you know, I want to have X, Y, and Z done in 3 years.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? What's that old saying that men make plans and God laughs or something like that?
Yeah.
God laughs at all your plans.
You know,
I'm like, dang, God, like I'm just trying to get through the day. Like,
yeah, him too. He's bored, man.
Yeah, you just. I'm just like, so at 11, I'm gonna have like.
Let me put on this Sega. Let me put on this Sega Earth. You know.
Continuing on my path of evolution.
There you go.
Personal evolution.
Yeah, I think that's a better way, like to have a general like goal as opposed to having these marks that you want to hit, because those marks, if you don't hit them, that's usually how life works, right?
Yeah.
Things happen and you just kind of get on these like, but if you have a general direction, you know, that's a lot better, because if you don't hit those marks, then you have these like, you know, like I had a friend who was like, I want to be the best visual guy. I'm like, how are you gonna measure that? You know, and two, like
you measure it like Pokemon. You go to every gym and you battle everyone.
Right,
I want to be the very best.
Every projection,
well, like being the best at something, that's like
exactly.
It is.
So I'm like, how do you measure that? And also, like, I don't know, if you don't hit these marks you're setting up for yourself, like, well, how are you gonna feel? You got, I don't know. It's just
when it
like,
comes to art, especially, I think a lot of us
you
forget
centered.
that. Like, this ain't a sport, you know, where like.
Yeah, like I want to lift this many things and progress.
Yeah, like somebody won last night, but it's like with art, it's like, you know, unless you really want to tie into sales or money or something, like you can't really be like, yeah, this shit is better or worse, because it's all subjective.
Our wants and our desires change as we go on through life. I had a professor. All the years I spent in college, man, it's like really only one thing that I remember a professor telling me that still is gonna stick with me.
That's
like
why
for the rest of my life.
You want for that one thing. What's that one thing?
He told me that you have to constantly be willing to reinvent yourself.
The adaptation is key.
He said that he believes that that's a key thing to being successful and happy in life.
Major
You have to
key.
be willing to reinvent yourself.
All right. Next one is, what's the perfect day?
The perfect day?
Yeah. What makes you look like Ice Cube in that video? Today was a good day.
The perfect day, man, probably would include some meditation.
What is your meditation? I have to interrupt. What's your meditation?
What you mean?
What do you do? What do you do to meditate?
I go into a quiet room.
Okay.
Take a seat on the floor. Light an incense. Let it burn. Set my clock. Give myself, if I'm on a time restriction, which I don't really like to deal with time restrictions as far as meditation,
sure.
but set myself a timer. Give myself 10 minutes to warm up and sink into the meditation, and just let go, man. I try not to. There are different meditation strategies, you know what I'm saying? Some people try to control their thoughts and what they're meditating on. You can do that as a strategy. But most times I just try to just let go and not really think about anything and just be present, you know what I'm saying? And live in the moment, per se.
The two I do right now are like self-talk and breathing. And then normally it's the part of the show where I talk a lot about it in depth, but just because I have a plane, I'm not going to go in there.
Right. Right.
But continue, the perfect day.
But yeah, it would include meditation, not having to get up and go to a job and work.
Shout out to freedom.
You know what I'm saying? When you work a job, you just realize that your time doesn't belong to you. Your time doesn't belong
Sometimes,
to you.
and then your paycheck doesn't belong to you because that belongs to the government mostly. No. You know what I mean? Or like whoever your living situation. So yeah, no, I definitely, when I got to a place where I could kind of at least sustain a little bit. I mean, it's always hard. It's not like balling,
for sure.
Right.
You know, they gave us $10 stacks to throw at strippers last night.
It
wasn't like crazy. You know what I mean? But jokes aside, it's like, you know, but once you get to the point where your time is your own and Sunday might as well be Tuesday because it's just like you're not waiting for the weekend to like.
I'm gonna miss that, yo, because I'm on Mondays right now and it just feels like fine, you know, like.
Is it Monday? No, it's
tomorrow.
Sunday. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Man, Game of Thrones is happening and I'm not gonna be able to see the finale. That's a true hurricane like.
Disaster.
No, I shouldn't even joke around about that, man. It's been pretty rough. I'm seeing a lot of friends flooding out of their homes and shit. It's been
the
mixed
Facebook
emotions.
feed is pretty violent.
Yeah. Anyway,
it would include some laughter. Some laughter.
Best medicine for sure.
Honestly, man, just peace and quiet, man. I'm for the most part, it's like I say that I'm a simple man with complex desires because like I do appreciate the simple things in life.
Yeah.
But there's another side of me that wants to do things
and
accomplish things and get things done. But for the most part, man, I like peace and quiet, man. Just
I got you. Do you have the thankful one yet before I do the sixth one?
No, man.
Hey, come on, you gonna be the first guy to hit me on it with
It's gonna come to me. It's gonna come.
You could just do this. It's like there's such general things you could just be thankful, like friends, family, a dog. And like
how about like when he calls you with it, you just get that audio record and you put it like addendum to the podcast update.
We don't do
throw
that
it in
editing.
at like the end of this this podcast.
You like different background.
You know
he's at a barbecue.
We don't do that edit on this show. The only edit we do is like we cut off the dead space at the beginning, the end, and then you just get the raw. That's it.
he was real strict about it. We turned on the Twitch at a Bon Ton or
that's different. That's not podcast.
Yeah,
that's just us.
And then he just turned out. I was like, oh yeah. And I was like, what should we talk about? He's like, people don't like that. I was like, oh. He's like, just act normal. I'm like, I mean, okay.
Because if we had people there, they would dictate.
Like that,
they would dictate what we talk about. Like,
I see.
But the problem is, I'm not drawing people. You know, I'm not a sexy
We had
girl.
like
courage.
10 followers.
Oh, courage.
Oh.
That's the third thing I'm doing.
I know, but like if like courage and what, because it enabled you to do.
Absolutely. Courage, man. Just being willing to do things that maybe your environment wasn't necessarily structured for you to be able to do.
Like the first time you dropped some rhymes on one of my shows.
So, Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
Damn, son.
But you know what? Honestly, that's not my first time getting up on the stage in front of people. Like I'm not nervous about getting up in front of people and doing things. I could do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I had plenty of times when I was younger where I've been up on stage. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. It's awkward because it's like I had an opportunity where I did like a Martin Luther King section of a big speech and event that we did in the elementary school one time, and the teacher picked me to do that part of the production, and I did it, and it was cool. And I had another time where we were in a talent show, and we got up, me and like 4 or 5 other guys, we got up and sang a cappella. We sang, what was that song?
And I swear.
No, it was a song by Shy, If I Ever Fall in Love. You remember that song?
Oh, and if I
ever fall in love.
Yeah,
I need
yeah,
more. Keep giving me more.
Yeah. No, the vocals are a little bit there. All right. Got up on stage and did that. So
yeah, that's way back.
know,
That was a good track.
I've done it before.
Courage,
Man.
Number 6 is oh yeah, where does damn, this one's always hard to ask. Where does the will to go on or like where does it come from, like the strength or the will to carry on? Does it come from like a higher power? Does it come from faith? Does it come from within? I don't know if that was a question, but
self-preservation.
Damn, so you have that like internally, self-preservation.
I believe every living creature has self-preservation. It's just embedded in us. We want to survive.
DNA. Kendrick Lamar, track 2.
Now, as far as levels of your survival, I mean, that varies from person to person, but I don't, you know what I mean? If somebody's here, I don't think they want to die. I mean, only people who want to die are the ones who aren't here and they take themselves out. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, everybody else is just...
That's usually some kind of dysfunction too, yeah. It's not like something's going wrong. It's not like, oh, this is how we supposed to be doing it, you know?
All right, so last one is, I wish, I wonder. I like that I did. I wish I had done. I wonder what would have happened if.
I wish, and I wonder.
Yeah.
And this could be anything.
Yeah.
Anything in life.
My man's gonna be like, I like chocolate. I love milkshake.
I wish, and I wonder.
That would be mine. Like that was literally my last Instagram post.
I like learning about people. And it's weird because I'm not necessarily a person, I'm not the most talkative person, but at the same time I like to listen to people, and I learn a lot from observing people and from listening to them and listening to their stories. So I like learning from people. I wish. I don't really like wishing. My high school coach used to say, wish in one hand and piss in the other one, see which one fills up faster. So
I'd rather not piss in my hand, but I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what were you supposed to wish and piss in your hand?
Say it again.
Wish in one hand, piss in the other one to see which one fills up faster.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's an empty bucket on one side.
Yeah.
It's like wishing, like, I don't know, man. It's like,
yeah, it sounds like something without action. Like, just I hope this happens without any effort from me, and that just doesn't feel like something.
Well,
that's productive.
I wish.
But I have one.
But yeah, it's like I wish I had done. I guess this the whole thing. Though.
Okay, I wish I had done.
Yeah. That's.
I wish I had done. Shit. That almost sounds like a regret or something, man.
Yeah, he alluded to that too.
I don't do that, man. I accept life as it is, you know what I'm saying? The mistakes and the good things in life as well. And I feel that those things play a part in shaping who we are and defines our existence for ourselves. So I don't really like regretting or looking on things with regret. There are some things that I wish I would have done differently, of course, in life, but nothing major.
For sure. Yeah, that's funny. I got like 2 regret answers once that didn't really like that part of the question, like from him and you.
Yeah, it's hard to have like, why would you like have like, I wish I had done that.
Yeah.
You can't change it.
Yeah.
Like,
and I'm the same way too, but like that question comes from a form of a yearly self-correction practice. So like it.
Oh, if you keep that in your mind, you kind of like avoid future
Well,
things like that.
yeah. So like, but I asked it very open ended, so it can come off as regret. So
Oh, you're like, I just want fools to be thinking about their regrets.
yeah. Well, I'm just trying to. Because sometimes you give the ball to somebody and they take it somewhere else. So that's why I asked them all open ended. But you were gonna say something. What was you gonna say?
Oh my bad.
I forgot. Shit.
Oh, it's all good. So that's why I shut it down like I'm Onyx. You know what I mean?
And what was the last one?
Oh, I wonder what would have happened if.
I wonder what would have happened if. I wonder what would have happened if I drowned at the bottom of that swimming pool when I was
Whoa.
like 7 or 8.
What's this story? You can't just bring that up.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I don't like almost like died maybe 2 or 3 times in life so far. The first time it was
Jesus.
like I probably was like 7 or 8, something like that. I played on a t-ball team when
Damn.
I was real little, and we had like a function or event at the coach's house, and I couldn't swim, and my ass was in the fucking deep end on a raft, and I'm telling the kid, it's actually the coach's son, telling him like, hey, I can't swim, don't tip the raft over or do anything like that. And this fucker tips the raft over, and I fucking fall into the fucking water in the deep end, like maybe 10 feet. You know what I'm saying? And I'm only 7 or 8. Keep in mind, but
yeah.
I literally remember consciously saying to myself like, "Fuck, this is it for me. This is how I'm gonna go out.
God damn.
Drown at the bottom of a fucking pool."
As a kid, can you imagine having that thought? Wow.
And his mom jumped into the fucking water and pulled me out. The fucking water.
Shout out to his mom.
Shout out to his mom. She had to make up for that because he fucking did the shit.
She took you out of some shit.
The second time I almost died, I almost choked on a fish bone.
Oh, that's not fun.
And this probably happened like maybe 2 or 3 years after that. So I almost choked on a fish
You
bone.
have purpose on this planet, sir. Because nature's trying to take you out, and God's like, no. It's not fulfilled his
God's
purpose.
laughing at nature's plans, you know?
Fish bone.
Somebody like Steve Irwin gets taken out by a damn stingray.
Oh, the
Yeah,
irony.
exactly.
But yeah, I was eating a fish bone and I started to choke, man. And my dad saved my father saved my life. He did the Heimlich maneuver and he saved my life. And I spit the bone out.
That's what's
and
up.
then a third, I guess maybe the third time. I'm not really sure about this one, but I was in the 5th grade. Let's say I probably was maybe 12, and I had a surgery. I guess I can get a little personal. I'm not.
Do it, man. Do it.
I had what's called testicular torsion. So
Is that one that twisted?
Testicular torsion is when your testicle turns and cuts off the blood circulation. And this just happened to me weird. I was getting up going to school one day and I was just fucking in pain all day long.
And this was in high school?
No, this was in the 5th grade.
Okay, yeah. I had someone have a classmate, but in high school. But I'm like, I only hear about it for kids. That's why I asked. I never hear an old person having this.
It's weird. And I was just limping and walking around. I was in pain all day in school, but I was somewhat of maybe a problem child. A little bit. I was getting out of that phase at that age, but I remember walking around school all day and the teachers thought that I was like fucking around or doing something like, John, what's wrong with you? Why you walking like that?
Yeah.
Like, stop. And I'm like, no, I'm in pain. So I went the whole day of school. I got home and told my father about what was going on. And he had my brother take me to the hospital. And my brother said that while I had to get the surgery, of course, and they did it that day. And my brother said that the doctors told him that if they hadn't brought me in that day, that if I would have went to sleep that night, that I probably wouldn't have woke up the next day. This is what they said.
You can die from that? I didn't know that.
I don't know.
I mean, you could. There's probably, I mean,
damn.
blood clots and shit like that, I imagine.
I don't know how true that is, but that's what I was told.
Shout out to your dad again, then.
Maybe meant the testicle would have died or something. But I don't think they word it that way. Like, that testicle would have died. Like, it has its own sentient.
Yeah.
I'm thankful that I made it time.
Yeah, wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn, son. That's what's up. Oh, you glad you here, man.
Yeah.
Yo, so this is the part where, like, where can the people find you? Where can they find the John Jay? Where can they hear the first album? Where can they find you, keep up with you?
The first album is available on thatpiff.com. I have it uploaded there. I also have.
I can't even get us on DatPiff, and I got Tommy Wong. That's what I'm talking about. The struggle is real.
What you mean?
I can't get us on DatPiff.
Why not?
I don't know. It just shit never got accepted, so it is what it is.
Is it because of maybe some of the beats that y'all used or license, copyright license?
It's mixtape. Ain't no copyright on mixtape.
But I don't know, man. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, when you uploading your songs, it'll scan your stuff, and if you're using like copyright material.
Well, I mean, I don't know when you did that, but like now when I go to all the sites, they're all like, look, send it to us, and we'll see if it gets to be on here. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they just never gets picked. You know?
Right.
So it is what it is.
Yeah. I got my tracks, the whole tracks, everything's uploaded on YouTube. Just search for John J. You know what I'm saying? From Outta Nowhere. That's the title of my first project. From FROM, Outta OUTTA, Nowhere, NOWHERE, John J. From Outta Nowhere. Follow me on, I have Instagram at DeucePop, DEUCE_POP. And those, and I'm also, I think it's on SoundCloud as well. But you know, SoundCloud searching for artists is difficult.
But if you give them your actual name, they will find it, especially on desktop. You give your actual, whatever your artist name is on SoundCloud, they could find it.
It's John J on SoundCloud.
And then the name of the project, if you type both of those, they'll find it. And I'll link it in the YouTube.
Yeah,
and shit.
but that's where the people can find my projects. And I got my second project that'll be dropping before the end of this year. That's my target. Everything is pretty much recorded already, but I'm gonna have to re-record it again, go to a better studio, get it mixed up and ready to go. And also, my goal is I want to drop maybe like 2 like commercial singles this year, because Payback was like a single, but I didn't like really commercially release it or anything like that.
That's what I was gonna ask. You said that. Do you own those beats to release them for real? Like
some of the beats that I'm gonna drop this year, I do.
But
I have purchased
Project
them.
1.
No, not that first project.
That
first project was like it was a mixture. It had like I took industry beats, but made original songs to them. Yeah. I took some just beats that I found that no one had songs to and made songs to. So, but no, none of that stuff.
The second one is coming for real.
Absolutely.
That's what's up.
The Untitled Project.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a name. It's just gonna be a symbol.
There we go. So normally I would say the last words, but we got Flcon Fcker here.
We got what?
This guy. That's his name. Exactly. He doesn't know that yet. I got him playing some of my shit, some of his shits on my thing. So he's real good. But nah, you should just ask a question. Just because why not?
What question?
Well, also what time is it?
Right now it's 3:35.
What time? 3:30?
3:35.
Yeah, just ask one question, maybe.
Ask what?
Ask a question. It's just why not? Because I don't have you here all the time. I don't have none of y'all here all the time. I'm not here all the time.
Do you think? Because we were talking about like how being born away, or you know how you being things that happen to you when you're young influence, you know, when you're a child, and how it affects you as an artist. Your brushes with death. I mean, you must have. Were you aware of how close you came to death when you were young, and how like, whoa, did it change you? Like maybe, I don't know, because like I've had things happen to me just and that made me very introspective as a child, and that's made me like whoever I was gonna be if that didn't happen is not who I am now. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering if you think like maybe it made you aware of your mortality or something, or as a kid, or if you're just like I don't know,
psychology things. Man.
Yeah, man.
But
how does that affect the Bitcoin price? The price of Bitcoin.
I think, like, of course, like things like that are gonna traumatize you.
So you think you're traumatized and you had to?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's probably still some things as far as my behavior today that have something to do with my near brushes with death. You know what I'm saying? At such a very young age, but at the same time, I think I just really realized that at a very young age, like you can go any moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you see, and that's a special, like a gift in a sense, because like people don't realize that shit till after they're 20s sometimes. You know what I mean? Like till they have like parents that start getting old, or like
I don't know if you saw it. One of my, because I do commercials for these when I have videos. See if you saw the Steve commercial. All right, so the Steve commercial is literally him talking about near-death experiences.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I'll tag you in it or something. I'll tag you in it too if you want to check, because I'll do like little like meme videos, like
right.
So yeah, I'll do one for this. I'll figure it out. But
real quick, I want to. So you're saying you could go at any moment. You realized that as a kid?
Yeah, I think at a very young age I realized that you can go, man, and it could be over just like that in the blink of an eye. How that plays a part into my behavior as a child. I mean, I don't know.
or just like influencing art, or like
Or maybe tell you
I
you
don't
make
know, who knows?
the best of your
I
time.
think about death sometimes. Like I don't like visualize like how I'm gonna die, but sometimes I do think about death. I don't know if that's because just part of my astrological sign. I'm a Scorpio, and so that's just a part of being a Scorpio.
Do
is
you think it
thinking about
urges you to maybe
other
to make
side.
the most of your time though, like to
Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. Just to be quite honest, you know what I mean. Sometimes I fuck off time like anybody else does.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
But
human. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Because sometimes I'm like, man, like I try to like maybe pull that, like to maybe like, yo, man, you getting closer. You 32. You getting closer to death. Like
People have heart
start
attacks
doing
at
real
30
shit,
and 29 and
Yeah.
just die. You know what I mean? Like,
to start doing this real shit that you always thinking you want to do. Like, well, you need to start doing it because when you gonna do it? You know what I mean?
But is that like what life is supposed to be about? Like for us to always have this desire to want to do something, to
Yeah.
get something accomplished or to get something done. Is
Well,
that
I
a
mean-
purpose of life, or are we just supposed to be here to
It
experience
depends
life?
how we program, but it's like sometimes we get caught up in that job. Like, are we
But-
even experiencing life?
but I think
That's the
you
thing.
guys are saying the same thing.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
do it, but you're talking about the experiences you're trying to have.
Yeah.
Like, you want to travel, you want to do these things, and you're talking about like, yeah, I'm not trying to just like do shit. I'm trying to
Yeah.
experience what life has to offer. I think you guys are talking like two sides of the same coin.
We just using different paintings.
Yeah.
That's it. But,
Lost in translation.
Yeah. Shout out to
To Sophia Coppola.
yeah. Sophia Coppola. Shout out to Scarlett Johansson.
Man,
Shout
I
out
pulled
to
that out from the recesses.
What's Bill? What's his name?
Huh?
Fuck, the Ghostbuster. What's his name?
Bill Murray.
Yeah, Bill Murray. Shout out
Oh
Bill
my
Murray.
god, that hurt. Like, I can't even remember meeting that girl you introduced me to, but I was like, whoa, like I pulled all
Literally,
that out.
I met one of us, but he's Houston. I'm San Antonio. I'm from I believe Tampa, and right in front, I introduced him to her.
I was on autopilot. I don't
He
remember.
doesn't remember. He remembers
Introduce him to who?
Anna. That's her name. Anna.
that?
That's the Tampa X, because like we're exes. That's her rank or whatever.
I mean, not like relationship
Yeah,
exes,
yeah.
but, like,
No,
we're
just
Red
like
Bull
hi, like
exes.
2 days ago at a restaurant, and it's like she didn't happen. Like she. I don't know,
remember
like- You remember all the other people.
I was
But
trying to
I-
have a conversation with this other person though. I think I was just like, hi, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, hello, and I was like, how are you? Are you okay, ma'am? Like,
But I think he's right though. I should probably pack up so we
Yeah,
can get ready.
all right.
But wait, hold
Oh.
up. So yeah, last words from both of y'all.
Last words?
Yeah. Even if you got none, it doesn't matter. If it's like
I don't know if I have any last words, man, but just strive to evolve and be better, do better, and try to treat people as good as you can, man, so that we can try to make the world a better place by spreading love and caring for one another.
Damn.
yeah, that's all you can really do at the end of the day. Like, is be a good person and affect people around you. I feel like yeah, you can do some Nelson Mandela shit, but that's like rare.
That's
You know
top
what I mean?
tier though. That's top tier.
Yeah, that's rare and that's hard to like. That's like a lot to ask of a human being to be like, yo, just Martin Luther King it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But if you are affecting people positively through, I mean, the people that checked us in the hotel, everybody, like everybody affects everybody, and like if you are like cognizant of that and try to like be a good example and just positivity. You are affecting the world in a better place.
True indeed.
Yeah.
Is that the last word too for you?
That is the last word.
All right,
period.
man. Thank you for coming.
Put
Thank
the
you for
period.
coming
Good
again.
meeting you, man.
Thank you for
And for
having
your
me.
room and
Yo,
everything. All right, man. Bake that chicken, smoke that turkey. Boosh.
Out.
Nah, let me stop. I remember you, Leon, and me went to White Stone to see a classic movie to be, but too young were we for Bruce Willis stories. Still your best, some nice stories. Sixth Sense was the movie, but as kids it was poopy. We all young, so we don't pay rent. Means extra money to spend. That being said, we too cheap to take a bus. We walk over there, we don't give a fuck.